Hey everybody, welcome to the June forecast, Akashic forecast for June 2024. I am coming to you from San Francisco. There's a little bit of that for you in the background. So I am going to go open the Akashic Records and be right back. If you don't know what the Akashic Records are, I will explain once we get into the forecast. So see you there. Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the full forecast for June 2024. I do now have the records open, and before I go into what I'm getting here, I just want to briefly describe what the records are for anybody who's new. The Akashic Record is a name for the memory and consciousness of everything that it does. So we could say that reality or awareness or God, if you want, has an imprint in itself of all of its activity, past, present, and future. Time is, of course, a feature of perception of the human mind. It is not a concrete baseline reality. So all times are in this record. And every month, I open this up and I share whatever this level of knowledge would like us to know at this time for guidance, perspective, uh, spiritually, psychologically, even physically. So I'm going to go ahead and get into what I'm receiving for June. I have not prepared this. Uh, in the past, I often open the records before I recorded, but I'm actually trying to embrace live reading for these videos. I enjoyed that last month. I'm going to try this, so I'm trying this again now. Um, so the first thing I'm getting here with June is like a very calm, kind of like pinky peach energy. And they're asking me to uh, describe to you why these colors, why this feeling. So uh, they're pointing to a kind of energetic shift that's happening throughout 2024. 2024 is a power year, meaning that everything is increasing in energy and in power across the board. Uh, that can increase the feeling of chaos. So for some people, June's going to feel pretty chaotic. But for those of us watching this video, it's more likely that we know how to regulate ourselves, and we have been uh, following the more subtle energies, the longer arcs of the year, uh, and we have prepared, or they're saying walk through portals. Every month is a different one. And uh, we had a dissolution of contracts and agreements in March. We had a lot of adventure in April. And in May was a kind of enjoyment, a kind of a festival of enjoyment at even subtle, quiet levels. And June, this quieting is continuing. There's a kind of blanket of this peachy orange happiness that runs through June. It doesn't mean activity will cease or you'll stop living the life you have, or your to-do list will just disappear. But there's going to be this opportunity, this opening to live through your day from this place of a deep peace, not just a peace, but a happiness. There's like this uh, image of like those long mechanical walkways in airports. Um, they're also showing me driverless cars. So, here in San Francisco, uh, there are driverless cars. If you have never been here, uh, they have allowed uh, a, a couple companies to operate driverless taxis. So they are completely autonomous, computerized driving cars. My sister calls them headless cars, which I think is hilarious. And there is this feeling in June that we are getting into, uh, it's sort of like we're getting into a driverless car or a mechanical walkway where life is just moving us in its flow, or you could say the universe, if you like, is is holding us and moving us in this flow. The mind may want to control, may have its but, I need to, I should. And there again, there is this deep invitation in June to uh, feel into that quiet, silent impulse, they're saying, the quiet, silent movement or choreography that naturally moves all things. Uh, Another image they're giving is birds that just naturally know where to fly when the seasons change, or the way clouds move, like behind me right here. Clouds move in the sky. There's no referee. There's no decider, and we live in a culture that very much wants to support this idea that we're this big chooser, that we are this big decider or the driver of the car, and step into the driver's seat. That is a place, right? That is a place. And in June, they're saying there's an even wiser uh, uh, portal, if you will, or phase of happiness, embodiment, they're saying, uh, in which we really see that there was never a driver's seat. Get that. There was never actually a driver's seat. That the life itself is manifesting as all of us in all of our experience, and is this master choreographer, if you will, for everything we do and everything everyone else does. And to rest in that movement, that personless, driverless movement, is a bit like getting into one of these driverless cars, maybe even for the first time. I'm going to be trying one out later today, actually. It, it might be a little frightening. It's like, oh, can I trust this to actually go where I think I want to go? Give it a shot. Step into the quote driverless car of your life and let it carry you, and see how much more enjoyment there is in that way of being, how much safety there is in that way of being. You might even feel like you yourself, as the body, are headless. Like there's no driver of this body. It's just doing and thinking and speaking and so on, without much uh, thinking, without much deciding, without much controlling. It just is a natural flow, whether you like it or not. But again, the the liking and not liking could be in that same flow. So June has this deep invitation to live from that personlessness. And it doesn't mean that there is nobody there, right? It means that you are actually more fully there, because it's not lived through the they're saying the like scrim or filter of the I, me, ego function of the mind that thinks it's doing it all, has to make a decision or has to make the right decision or shouldn't make the wrong one, etc. Or I have to get it done, I have to make it happen. Really see that it's already done. There is a doing that is already done without you doing a thing. So maybe even they're saying when you get into a car, see how, and you drive it, see how that driving is itself a flow that happens without you deciding anything. and that the rest of your life can have that grace, can have that easeful flow and mastery. They're saying it is a masterful flow. Give it a shot. All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me as we open the records in this new way. And I'm loving it. So see you next time. And if you want to meet for a session, just jump into my email. You know how to find me. All right. Bye-bye.